Like I said, like I feel that Miranda wouldn't even consider any of nothing if she wasn't taking my call. Like she took a call from me. That says a lot. Like watch, I'm gonna call her right now, and I bet she picks up. And that to me says that she's still like humoring forgiveness, maybe dropping charges, maybe. You know what I mean? Watch. She can pick up. Maybe she got 2 kids now, by luck. So maybe she's just busy, I'm not trying to be a pessimist here, but if I were you, I wouldn't put all my money on her dropping any charges or being forgiving. I feel like I know Miranda at this point, and I don't think that's in the cards. I'm not. I just have to figure out a way to get my kid back, and then I'll leave her alone. Aren't you going to take Charlotte too? She's your daughter after all. And at this point, her and Junior are living together. Would you really want to separate them? I don't think that I can watch 2 children right now by myself. I am on disability for my very, very bad back. I can't work. You have me. I'm free. I will help you with both children. That's what I'm here for. Please let me be a grandma. You would want me to take both kids? I don't know. I don't like how negative you are still towards Charlotte. I don't like that. I don't like that you have a little bit of favoritism towards Junior. It should be equal. When you fight for one, you fight for both. I'm not negative towards her. I just don't think I can physically handle 2 kids. You can only help me so much. Also, I bonded with Junior a lot more in the last couple weeks, and I'm just taking one step at a time. Like I thought, in my mind, I had it where in the perfect world, I'd have Junior, Miranda would have Charlotte, and we would co-parent, and we would see each other's kids and all that, But she's making it difficult, all because what? I didn't handle a situation right. You know what this all proves, though? That all her behavior right now? What? That this is just a crap show altogether? I finally feel like this whole Miranda with her gloves off is just Miranda showing her true colors. I've always believed that this was the type of person she is, and I also kind of believe that she has always wanted to be controlling and take her children and have that over everyone. That's what I've felt from day one. And I'm right. She now has both kids, and everyone is kissing her feet for them. And she gets to say no. That's power. You can believe that. That's irrelevant to me. Whether she's good, bad, true colors or not, I'm just trying to get my son back. I'm not worried about no stupid obstruction of justice charge. I just want my son, and I will do anything to get him back to me. And then no one's taking him from me. She would go to court for it or something, but I would co-parent. I tried, but she don't want to hear it. I don't know if she's just like waiting for like the perfect time. Maybe she's stalling me out. I don't think she's going to come around to it, Joey. Well, then it's just going to get messy for everybody. Because I love my son, and I want to take care of him, and I want him to be my life. Outside of tattooing, I want him to be my priority. And she's not allowing me to do that, so I don't want it to get messy, but if it does, it does. And I'm way more put together than I was the last time around. There's just like no talking to Mom. She's so negative with everything. Like she doesn't think Miranda's gonna cave or nothing like that. And I'm just trying to figure things out. It's crazy again that when I try to do the right thing and I try to be a good dad, it's always the hardest. You said you have those like cameras in your house, right? Yeah, why? Melissa actually was the one that had that idea. I'm just trying to think of ways that you can get Miranda on your good side, or, you know, the courts or whatever. You have cameras up. You have the footage of you taking care of Junior and being a good dad. Maybe show that to Miranda. Say, hey, I had a moment of weakness, but I'm at least a better dad now. I don't know. You're right. I have proof. I have, like, undeniable, irrefutable proof that I took care of him like a dad should. I don't think she's gonna get past the fact that I kept him secret. But really, in reality, how long did I keep that secret for? Not even that long. Joey. Just saying, you know, she picks a hill to die on all the time just to cause problems. I feel like she looks for hills, you know? But I think you're right. I think maybe I'll take all that footage and show her. It just kind of scares me that she told me that she's just never gonna trust again, you know? And what's crazy to me is that she's alienated everybody. I don't know if she's realized this, but your friendship with her ain't that great. She's mad at her dad. She's mad at her mom. She won't talk to my mom. She never was really friends with Melissa. And the kid's father, she's not messing with. She's alienated everybody. What's she gonna do, make new friends? I mean, she still likes Brian. And I have a good friendship with her. But, yeah, she still likes Brian. Yeah. Don't go spreading this around, but she actually loves him. I don't know if you know that, but she said it. She still has feelings for him. Well, oddly enough, it looks like Brian has more of a chance of raising your kids than you do. You think you have a sense of humor, but you got that Edgar Allan Poe type humor that no one gets. And it ain't funny. So I was thinking about it. I'm sticking with the fighting the obstruction of justice stuff. I want to definitely, in court, deny all of that and just prove, I want to use the cameras and stuff, prove that I'm just a good dad, that I don't have no freaking addictions, I have a good job. I want to go that route in presenting myself. Yeah, that was my plan. That's the route we want to go. That's the way I want to sway people. And that's the narrative that I want out there. It's the truth, too. It's not like we're fabricating nothing. And it's true. I definitely want to use, like, grief in court and explain that I was going through grief and I was afraid. I have text messages with Miranda saying, like, you know, don't forget to send over that I had custody, this and that. I want the court to know that I was afraid of her taking custody of my son. That is why I did not tell anyone. I had my son back, I was afraid, and I kept him a secret because of that. Like, what's wrong about that? I know it's wrong, but can no one empathize with that whatsoever, you know? No, it's a good argument. It's a really good argument. I was going to say that myself, you know? People think lawyers are scumbags, they think all of this stuff, but in reality, it's just taking the truth, making it a million times bigger. Taking the truth, turning it into a story that people are going to sit there in the jury and eat some popcorn over. You know? It's a good argument. Thank you. And I want to also hammer home, there was that one incident though. The showing up at her place. The hostility that you had with the babysitting incident with Brian. That's going to be brought up. That doesn't make you look that good. You know? We don't want to present you as angry Joey. Juries don't like anger on a man, especially. What's wrong with that? Like, spin it a little bit. Not spin it, but be real. Like, I showed up as a dad to watch my daughter when the uncle is not her dad, you know? I showed up. I was there willing to parent my kid while she was on a business trip. There's nothing wrong about that. Yeah, I got a little heated, but it's for my son. It just shows the jury, yo, he loves his kid. Okay. Just had to clear that up so we don't got no surprises. We don't want to be hit with nothing. You know? The fact that you both were dating before all of this happened is a good plus for you too. Shows that she don't know what she wants. Now what I was saying is I want to also focus highly on the fact that my mom is injured and losing work because of Miranda. Okay, we want to, you know, her defense lawyer is probably going to want to make her look like the best mom out there, but you know, I did not put my hands on no one. She's putting her hands on people, stealing. You know, I was away for jail, and that's the only reason why my mom had my kid, and my mom's protecting my kid. Miranda forcibly took him from her arms. I want that. I want the jury to know that. Absolutely, that's where we're gonna hit her most. Right there. That's, if we were boxers, that's where we, not to use that analogy like that, but you know what I mean. Right, but I really want that angle to be played up. You know, I want my mom showing up, and my mom will testify on my behalf. Like, I want these charges against me dropped, and I don't know. You think that I need to go to like custody court or something? You deal with the obstruction of justice charge. That's the most important thing to clear right now. And when you beat that charge, get that dismissed, that looks good for you in the court when you're going for your kid. Okay, you want to come out looking squeaky clean. You want to come out looking like a winner. You want to make her look like the loser, the agitator, the aggregate, the aggressor. That's my lawyer right there. I want my son now though, and I'm between you and me, I'm thinking of ways that I can take my son back without having to go that route. I would advise against that, 100%. Don't do that. I don't want to do the custody thing again though. Thank you for taking the call. I have a theory that, you know, people who take my calls, they still care. Just a smidgen. Just a little bit, right? Am I right? What do you want, Joey? You know, I heard your mom used our wedding money for your bail. If you don't know why you've been slapped with an obstruction of justice charge, whether that's the right charge or not, that's a problem. If you don't think you did anything wrong. We agreed we weren't having a wedding because we're broken up, and also you turned down that money. She offered it to you, and I needed it to get out of jail because I'm being slapped with an obstruction of justice charge. When you know you were there with me, all those days and all that. Was I doing anything wrong? I was just taking care of my kid. I was feeding him food. I was playing with him, coloring, dancing, singing. But I'm going to jail for that. I'm hurt by everything, Joey. I don't think that I should help you. You hurt me. You led me into this realm of everything was going to be perfect with roses and a wedding. And you spoke to me like I meant nothing to you. I get it. I kept the secret. But I'm calling you also. I'm calling you because you were there with me. You saw it all. You saw things no one else did. You know? Behind closed doors type stuff on how I'm a good dad. And yeah, I have it on camera, but it's one thing for me to take a video tape to Miranda and say, hey, look, this is me feeding Junior, and this is when we were laughing about that. But you're like a testimonial, and I know you don't owe me no favors, and I'm sorry for how we left off and what I said to you and all of that. You can hate my guts, but please just think of my son. And please just think about like my father and son relationship with him. If anyone can persuade Miranda into trusting me or co-parenting with her kids, our kids, it's you. You were there. And broken up with me, you have no reason to help me, so she'll believe you. I know you are, Melissa. I was a trash bag to you. I was absolute garbage. A garbage pile on fire. I was. I'm not suitable for a relationship. I treated you like dirt. I took advantage of you, and I'm aware of that, and I apologize. You deserve way better than me. But this is about me and my son. She forcibly took him from my mom's arms. No one lays a hand on my mom. She did. She was kicking my mom while she was down. She threw a drink on her. It was it was awful. I was there. I saw the whole thing. I didn't put my hands on no one, but yeah. I just need you to talk to her for me. If you don't want to, that's fine. But just do it for the father and son relationship. I don't care for Joey. I mean, I love him, of course, deep down. But I'm not here to defend him in, for any personal gain. I don't care the outcome of most things in his life. So then why are you here today? Because I don't think you'd blame me for this, but I associate you with being one of Joey's top cheerleaders in everything that he does. And it's okay you loved him, past tense, but I'm at the point where I'm done. No more chances, no more anything. So what? Because I saw things that need to be translated to you that you may not believe, and it's the right thing to do in terms of Junior. He was a good dad. He was the best. At times, I didn't recognize him. He put his son before me. Clearly he did that by choosing to hide him. This was a different version of Joey altogether. I wish that he would have put that energy towards our own kids, but I'm a fool for thinking that. Hold on. How can I really trust that you don't have an agenda? That you're not just trying to lie about things and persuade me into giving Joey what he wants? Because him and I are broken up, and even if he were to apologize to me and say, hey, I will take out a loan for our wedding and I will give you 3 kids tomorrow, I'm not going back to him. But I know Junior loves his dad now, because he saw a different version of him. The version he should have always seen. So I just wanted to come here and say that part is true. Everything else is trash. You understand why I don't have any interest in giving him a chance again, though, right? I'd be an idiot to trust him around any of my kids with the lie that he told. This wasn't just a lie. This was a cruel, heinous lie that under no circumstance should be forgiven. Of course. I know I seem like the forever villain in your story, but I was the one, again, trying to get him to come clean about everything, and he was just so paranoid that you were going to take Junior from him. He's not lying when he tells you that. He didn't want to lose Junior, and in the end, he did. You did everything that he said that you would. You proved him right. You took his son. I can't believe how you took his son. You kicked his mom on the floor. Okay, no. I don't know what you've heard or what you've seen or what AI concocted on his phone to show you, but we had a disagreement, me and his mother. She was holding Junior, and I tried my best to just diffuse it, take my son, and be on my way. She did not want to give me my son. So all I did was, we did struggle a little bit, but I took him from her, just like that. She stumbled backwards a little bit, and that was it. I never once hit her. I never once kicked her. I didn't pull her hair, spit on her, or anything. I simply struggled to take my son from her, but eventually I did. And she stumbled backwards. Okay. Alright, you might want to have the backup to prove that, because they're going to say stuff in court. It's on camera, right? Yeah. It's not on any of my cameras. It's on Mill's camera, but I'm not where I will take my son and my daughter from anyone that they need to. I'm not backing down from that. I don't deny that it happened either. It happened. I took my son back because he did not belong in his grandmother's arms. Alright, all I'm saying is Joey was a good dad. I would trust him with your kids. I would trust him with mine, but we're not having them ever. And that's it. I have no agenda. I want my own life, free of this. I just wanted a family. That's all. And instead I wound up in the biggest scandal of Serafina Town.